In the late 1800s, Dr. Steinbach invented the first device capable of creating a temporal rift that allowed those who entered it the ability to separate themselves from the bonds of time and relive moments from the past. Heralded as the invention of the century, the temporal device was quickly purchased by a wealthy benefactor from the American Frontier Railway Service, who had the technology modified so that it could be used to carry a vast locomotive through the temporal rift at the precise speed required to reset its effects each and every day. On its maiden voyage, the locomotive would travel through the currents of the temporal rift for an equivalent of 6 months, freeing its passengers from the worries of diminishing resources, aging, and even death. In order to fund the journey, tickets were sold to the wealthiest barons and investors who traveled to the New World, with the promise of a journey free from consequence or want. This experience, however, was not to be just for those with means. For the working folk, a lottery was created to give a numbered few the opportunity to earn a reprieve from their daily hardships. For 6 months, its passengers enjoyed the revelry of a consequence-free life. And when base desires have been exhausted, they also sought to push the boundaries of mortal pleasures and pain. But when the time came to leave the temporal rift, the train never stopped. Caught in a never-ending cycle with seemingly no escape, the passengers soon lost their hope and some their sanity. Few pockets of civility still remain amongst the carriages, the most prosperous being a neutral zone at the rear of the train. Survivors here have found moderate peace, in no small part due to the secure gateway that separates them from the insanity beyond. Some still hold hope in stopping the train one day by clearing the many carriages to the engine and destroying the temporal device before day's end. Well, look who finally woke up. I was... know the rules. Anyone is free to leave, but the border closes once you're...
Excuse me there. May I trouble you to tell me how long we've been... Oh dear. I need to get home.